good. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. It's been ages. Okay. More than that. Yes. Dah 2 tahun kot. Dah 2 tahun kot.
Saya cakap sabar sama kau biarlah kau understand lah itu. Dorang tidak boleh dengar. So let's just stop first.
Okay.
But
Okay.
okay, now they can hear. Now can hear. All right, now can hear. All right. So yeah, so it's been longer than a year kah?
More than a year, about 2 years at least.
No lah, cannot be. Has it been
I'm
that
sure
long
of it.
since Arisa's
I'm-
wedding?
I'm sure of it.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Hmm.
And you've been
Yes.
keeping yourself busy. Like I said, thank
I
God for Instagram. What's your latest project, man?
I have, yes. So Eat for Good is my latest project. Yeah. So that happened last year in September.
Okay.
Yeah, when we finally launched it. But it's something that's been in the works for many years. Between myself and my friends. So.
But you have already so much on your plate. Like I mentioned earlier on, you're doing this. You've got a corporate. You're like a full-time corporate person.
Yes.
You're a fitness instructor. I don't know why, but
Yes.
then it makes sense because you're a workout junkie, and now you're doing this. Why?
Yes. Because I cannot sit still, just like you.
Okay, that
Just like you.
I understand. That I
Yeah.
understand.
So yeah, I mean, keeping busy is really important, right? It kind of keeps you sane.
Oh yeah.
And I love doing different things. So my corporate job is different. I like you said, I'm a fitness junkie. So and I went into sort of training as well. So I coach, which is different, and then now this. So that's something else. And yes, Joe, I do bake.
Ida Ghazali makes the best of the best apple pie. We've not found an apple pie throughout the world of our travels. I'm not like that. We've been
Show
to
you
all
right.
countries.
Show you right.
But we would go to different countries and we would always sample different apple because that's his favorite dessert. And we can't find one like yours. So when you told me that you have this, and the first thing he said like, siapa masak? And I'm like, you don't really masak it per se, right? You bake it or what? Okay, first and foremost, what is Eat for Good? What's inside? Why are we doing this?
Okay, so the whole idea is between myself and two other founders. I mean, between us, I think we've been friends for more than 30 years.
Okay.
And always wanted to do something together. We never really knew what. And I think, late in the game of our lives, we finally decided to take care of, ourselves a lot better with exercising and trying to eat healthier. And being Malaysians, we love to snack, obviously. And we found that all these sort of healthy bars, protein bars and things like that we were consuming were imported.
Yeah.
There were very few that were, made locally by, using local products and things like that. So we thought, okay, there's a market for that, right? So we decided to basically do that, and none of us are like food science technologists or anything like that. So we went out looking for sort of local graduates, and we found 3 of them from UITM. We thought it was what a great way of bringing them into sort of a startup and really utilizing the stuff that they actually learn in university. So we put them to work. R&D was the first thing. Obviously, they came out with I think there were at least 30 different variations of the bars.
Wow.
And then obviously we had to go through testing and things like that. Finally decided on the 3 sort of flavors that we have out now. So we're, like a startup, we're small, and even trying to sort of produce or make these bars, We've actually started obviously from home kitchen, and then we actually rented out a kitchen outside that we could use, and we hired part-time single moms
Oh,
to help
bless
us
you.
with the production. So again, it was really important for us, for Eat for Good to one utilize sort of local products as much as possible. So everything is locally sourced except for the nuts, which are important. And then utilizing sort of local talents with the graduates. We have interns as well working for us, looking at our website and things like that. Again, just giving work opportunities and experience. That's my kind of my corporate side as well, right? So I kind of bring that in here. And then thirdly, trying to give opportunities to like single moms and things like that to kind of have opportunity to work a little bit. So as much as possible, we try and have them on board.
Wow.
So and then there's also a social impact to it. So we knew when we started Eat for Good, it wasn't just about a business. It needed to have a give back, something that we were doing for our local society. And one of the things that we read up on was the malnutrition issue here in Malaysia. So there's so many children. There's about 1.9 million children here in Malaysia that suffer from malnutrition. And this is particularly around what they call micronutrient deficiency, which is like a sleeping hunger. So they go to sleep full, but their body's still craving for
Oh
nutrition,
dear. Yeah.
right? So because they're getting food, but they're just not getting the right food. So we wanted to look into how we would address that as part of our social impact. So part of
So
what
is
we
this like a
do is,
social enterprise at the end of the day? Because everything
yeah,
seems to be, so it is.
pretty much,
It's not
yeah.
a non-profit per se, but yeah,
No,
right?
no, no,
Okay.
no, no, exactly not. So, the way it works is every bar that, you buy, we actually then donate a healthy bar to the children. And these healthy bars are different from what you're actually consuming. Because obviously what the kids need are different type of, nutrition.
Oh, you mean
Um,
the ones that I have here on hand with me?
are
These aren't the
not,
ones. Ah,
yes,
okay.
yes, because I mean, again, we went through research. We looked at specifically the Kazana Research Institute came up with a whole paper in 2019. So
Yeah.
we went through all that and we looked at, okay, what are the deficiencies? Typically it's around calcium and iodine. So
I
these things are when you're deficient in those sort of nutrition, it will impact sort of your growth. So that's why there's a lot of stunting, in Malaysia. It also then, affects cognitive sort of development. So your, the ability to learn and things like that. So that's a separate bar that we actually produce. And we extend that. Right now, our partnering is with Buku Jalanan Chowkit. They
Yeah.
have about 100 kids there that they help educate. So these are children basically around those areas that they provide kind of a halfway house to supplement their education. They also have stateless children there that
Oh,
obviously
bless you.
aren't
That's something
able
that's
to,
very close to heart for me.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, that they don't have the opportunity to go to school. So Buku Jalanan Childcare actually provides that to them. So making sure that they actually still get, education. And they're completely volunteer. I don't know, they're amazing because they basically figure out how to, get funding and how to sustain and things like that. So we supply our healthy bars to Buku Jalanan. We started in around November. So the children there get 2 bars per week. And again, just try it's a supplement in terms of what they're getting in terms of the nutrition value.
Someone actually did ask me, oh, then why don't they just derma makanan biasa? Wouldn't that make more sense? Because then they're hungry and stuff like that. And then I said, because it has to complement the brand. I don't know. And also because, honestly, as a mother of 4, my kids would prefer to snack as opposed to eating like like yang kita dah penat masak kan.
Masak, yeah.
So I might as well give them a nutritious snack, something that they can just easily makan on the go. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so exactly that. So these children are getting food, so they're eating, but whatever they're getting is still from a nutrition value. It's still not enough. So that's what we're trying to sort of address through the bars, right? So they're not because these things are not easily available on the mass type of food, right?
Yep.
From your nasis and stuff. They're still important, but it's not enough for the development of a child. So we try and supplement. That's what it is.
Now, when you were going through the three, by Zura Fatin as well as Siti Nur Athira, if I'm not mistaken.
Athira, yes.
Athira, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're all food science tech
Yes.
graduates.
Yes.
And they've come up, I think they came up with
Yes.
well, not ingredients, what do you call it? The flavors. Is that what you call
Yes.
it? The flavors.
Yes.
And I know how pedantic you are because you are an amazing cook yourself. So I'm actually looking forward to trying it out live. And you know how Joe is. He's very, very, very honest. So we're going to do it together. I don't know if he's got the camera on his, but we're going to try out. We've got 3 flavors. For now, they have the Kasih Coco, Dating Jack. I like that. Dating Jack and Nuts for You. Dating Jack, I assume, would be jackfruit?
Yes.
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 Which one is the favorite of yours? So I'll try that one first.
I actually like the Dating Jack.
Dating Jack. Okay, I shall date Jack this Sunday.
Yes.
Okay. I love the packaging, Ida. It looks very, very atas. And it looks atas, premium, and good quality. Smell wise, macam energy bar lah. That's the thing lah, because you and I both are into fitness and stuff, and I've got my.
So how do that?
Huh? Dia nak suruh I makan cepat so that he can have it. Okay, lah, show dulu. Show dekat camera dulu. See? Alright. But that's just it, because you know how some energy bars are just so sweet, or you can taste some form of macam what's the word for it? I'm sorry, I'm just recovering from a fever, so I'm a bit like blur still. Because then it will taste a little bit palsu. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
Artificial, you mean?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, my very articulate friend. Oh!
It tastes of jackfruit.
I like how dense it is, because that's how normal energy bars are. But at the same time, you don't feel muak. You know, some of them you makan one bite and it's like, but then I have to continue eating this because I'm on my running, I'm doing my marathon and stuff like that. It's not too sweet. I think that's very important.
Yes.
Okay, Joe Labosi.
Okay, the most important thing is me. Okay, it's me. Okay, Ida.
I know. I'm bracing myself.
Actually, it tastes like chocolate.
That's jackfruit.
Okay.
If you're gonna try chocolate, this is.
Or not?
The jackfruit.
Cannot.
To be honest, I cannot taste the jackfruit.
Ada lah.
It can be a good thing because not everybody likes jackfruit. But what we wanted to do
But I
was
love
to have one flavor that is very local.
Clever.
Yeah. See,
Cempedak dah jadi nangka ni, Ida.
Pandai you, Jo.
Pandai.
I like it, and it says here it has. Oh well, he took the cover, but it basically doesn't have. It's gluten-free oats.
Yes, it is.
Egg white protein, which is
Yes.
something most fitness enthusiasts or those who are very much into nutrition would say, oh yes, let's just have the whites and stuff. Here, try the cocoa since you just had the. I'm actually quite hungry, so I'm gonna eat this again. So sedap. Because that's the cocoa. That's the cocoa with banana.
Egg white protein. This is even more tasteless. As in, very bland.
Really?
But-
Let me try.
No, but the good thing is I know there's no sugar in it lah.
And I think that's very
No added
important.
sugar.
There's no added sugar. That's good. I'll tell you why. No. Okay. Let's be honest lah.
I want to wet
People
my
do this to make money. Okay? Now, every time they say it's organic and no sugar, all that is bullshit.
Yeah.
They have to add sugar to enhance the flavor of whatever they're
Correct.
making. So then only people will buy. For example, Coke yang tak ada zero sugar, all that is bullshit. Ada. Even cigarette without nicotine, no way. Otherwise nobody will buy it.
That's not cigarette
Right.
and nicotine.
So, I'll eat this. Because for me, I have no problem. I drink my coffee without sugar and all that.
Yeah.
If this is really without sugar, it's good. And I run every day, so this will be perfect.
Hey, save me some lah. I want to try.
Yeah, so that was the point, right? To make sure that the sugar that you're getting is from the natural ingredients that we put in here.
Exactly.
So there's no added sugar in there. And we were mindful of people who would have some allergies as well. So that's why sort of the different, types of flavor. And like I said, we want to make sure that one of it was very local. So that's the jackfruit. And we're hoping to kind of come up with different flavors, at some point soon.
Oh, I actually like this coco kasih because they're macam more chewy.
Chewy,
What does it
yeah.
have? Oh, dates. No wonder.
Dates.
It has dates and raisins, which I love.
Yes.
Actually, sebenarnya apa benda gluten ni? When they say gluten free, is it like some buzzword or what does it actually mean? And what does it
No,
mean
because
if you
there's a
are?
lot of people are allergic to gluten.
Please
Like
lah.
flour, like bread. I don't know. I can eat everything. So like
Exactly.
kayu and besi, right?
Betul.
So I mean,
Kai-
but there are people.
Hello,
who are,
kayu also I can eat. Kulit kayu manis. Ha? Besi. Apa ni apa
Besi,
besi?
memang
Zat besi. So, no, all this gluten ni is just these Americans lah. They create all this. Sebelum ni, belum the 40s, 50s, the 60s, no problem.
No, apparently some babies can't
No,
take
they-
gluten.
There,
I don't
there
know.
are people. I know people who are, gluten intolerant. So I think that's why it's probably just to kind of appease this. Most people who have allergies. I think we're being sensitive to that. But
That's
for
very
us who
thoughtful.
can eat anything, for us that can eat anything, and this one will do just fine.
How long does what's the expiry date for this? Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So that's the other thing, right? Because there are no preservatives on our stuff.
That's
Yeah.
good to know.
So the shelf life is probably not as long as the commercial stuff that you would get.
Actually, I like that. I prefer it that way because with all the things that we're eating, we're consuming, the exposure to pollutants and
Correct.
toxins, you just don't want to be
Yeah.
downing it, consuming it.
Yeah.
All right, so now I'm trying nuts for you. I love your names, guys. Well done. Who came up with all the names? Oh
It
my god.
was, I think, mainly the girls and us. I mean, we went through so many. I can't remember what they were now, but yeah, we just wanted something a little bit more, light and fun.
Oh, I like this one. This one has pineapples.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice. Do you like this? Because it has nuts.
If you love nuts, yeah. If you love
Oh,
nuts,
nice.
you're gonna go crazy.
Now I'm like, okay, I like the Jack, and then I'm like,
Beautiful.
oh. Then I try the Coco Kasi. I'm like, oh yeah, this is nice.
Nice.
That's nice, right?
What I like about it is because actually it doesn't really taste like an energy bar. It tastes like like a dessert, but without the sugar lah.
Yeah, yeah.
Some energy bar you can really taste it because they have to put preservatives and all that lah. Let's be honest lah. So this one doesn't. But why is egg white protein? Kenapa egg white protein?
Because some
Because-
people
Yeah, because one is the people are intolerant towards the yolk. The other thing is we wanted to up the protein content. That's the other thing. If you're a workout junkie and things like that, right? You really want to try and make sure you up your protein content on a daily basis. So we were trying to find all different ways to kind of make sure that the protein content on these bars are quite high.
But the thing is,
Generally we all don't eat enough proteins, by the way. We take
Yep.
a lot of carbs.
that I have to agree. And a lot of people think that eating too much protein will make us constipated, will make us this and that and that. But actually it's rubbish. Do you know that I actually tried this keto carnivore where you just eat purely animal kingdom? And I was really concerned about my shit, right?
Yeah.
No problem. In fact, it
right?
kept me fuller for a far longer
Yes,
time.
that's right. That's the other thing. Because if we actually eat protein, it does, curb your hunger.
And I guess it gels well with this whole eat for good, because as you go back to why you started it out, the niyat of the whole thing is because you know that children are malnourished. When they're malnourished, then their immune system is weak. When the immune system is
Correct.
weak, they're more vulnerable to infection. And especially now with the pandemic,
Yes.
oh my goodness. Because kids are the
Yes.
most vulnerable. So we
Absolutely.
want to up their immune system. So you're trying to help out the best way you know how. So this Chinese New Year, you actually have a special promo which also enables you guys to be able to give back again.
Yes. Yes.
Tell us more about that.
So for the period of Chinese New Year, we're starting our promotion from 24th January to 11th of February.
Okay.
And purchases through our website, we sell them in boxes of 3, 6, 12, and 24.
Okay.
Right? And there's a discounted price on all the prices of the bars. And what it does is you'll get a personalized note in case you want to give this as a Chinese New Year, like gift boxes to your friends and family and things like that. So you can do personalized notes on it. We'll do a nice Chinese New Year packaging as well. And 30% of the revenue from the sales during this period, we are going to then donate those proceeds to charities, of which one of it, Daph, will be a charity of your choosing.
Wait, Ida, I'm looking at your Facebook right now. There's nothing about the Chinese New Year promo.
Belum lagi, darling.
Ya, kau ni.
24. Kita yang dapat first dip news lah,
ya,
baby. Because
betul.
we are media platform, no?
Asyik, boleh.
We are friends. Yes.
Like that.
Alright, so some people who are watching this over my Instagram live, like Frankie and the rest, the reason why you're only seeing half of Ida and myself is because that's the platform that we're using. I don't know how to explain in technical terms, but if you want to enjoy the whole experience of this live chat, please go to my Facebook or my YouTube channel at Daphne Iking. Okay, so how much are these bars going for?
Okay, so typically each bar is about 8 ringgit 50 cents per bar. Okay, but for the Chinese New Year promotion, the box of 3 and box of 6, they're 30% less, and the box of 12 is 50% less.
Sama je harga, dating check apa nak
Dia belum letak lagi Chinese New Year promotion. Sabarlah.
No, right now everything is the same price.
Sekarang ni semua sama.
So tunggu
Sekarang ni
24th.
semua sama. Yes, 24. It will be on a discounted price.
Oh, wow.
So on top of it being discounted, you are still proceeding with passing 30% of your proceeds. Oh, bless you guys.
Yes. And our commitment from day one for basically extending every purchase you make, we donate a healthy bar out to right now partners in Buku Jalanan, right, for children who are malnourished. That also continues
That's good.
throughout this period.
I know just now I was a little bit distracted because I was looking at my Instagram. But yeah, you were saying that some of the proceeds, have you selected your charity organizations? I know we were talking about it. Is Covidcaremy going to be under your wing also? Thank you so much.
So because you kindly, agreed to help us, which we're obviously very, very grateful. And we said, for you to choose one charity that we will.
This Covidcaremy mine lah.
That's
yes.
right. So Covidcaremy is an NGO that I've been working with closely, especially during the MCO, because Malini and her team does such a wonderful job. They actually work closely with those stateless children. And you know how my thoughts are in Sabah. But then, of course, they extended their what they do, not stateless, but those vulnerable and marginalised group. And I've been working closely also with them because we've got a lot of again, children who are malnourished because they don't have access to milk. They drink condensed milk because it's much more cheaper and more accessible to drink condensed milk compared to, and some of them were telling me like, ask them, takkan ada mother tak breastfeed, because we've got babies, right? And I said like, mother dia dah lah anak beranak banyak, so they've got like many kids,
and not all mother have milk also.
and she's working, they don't have the means of a fridge to to keep their milk. So that's the reason why I wanted to highlight Covidcare, and thank you so much for
Good for you, Ben. Good for you.
Thank you.
helping me to help them. So that's the
Absolutely.
reason why I'm imploring those of you who are watching, if you are someone who is very much into energy bars, or you want to find something that is a more nutritious snack to have for your kids. Can the kids eat this?
Yes,
Boleh?
absolutely.
Boleh ya? Yeah, so this is one option that you can look into, because they really do good. And it's all locally sourced, except for the nuts. And everything, the whole ecosystem is pretty much about giving back to the community, from having interns and who are single moms, and just giving back to the community. So well done indeed. Thank you so very much. All right, Ida Ghazali, since you are a fitness group coach now, is it a group fitness coach? Betul lah?
I am, yes.
Why is it?
Group
Is that?
personal.
Why is it? That means you cannot teach an individual, or macam mana?
No, I'm not certified to teach
Wow.
one-on-one. It's slightly different. Yeah, there are different requirements.
Would you, now that you've got Eat for Good and you are a coach, would you be looking into taking up a course in nutrition so that you can also, advise properly as a nutritionist? I don't know if there is such a.
Shouldn't I? The one problem I have with that is I do love food in general. So it's like if you know nutrition, right, you should be eating a lot healthier. So this way I still have like one leg out the door to say, I want to eat whatever I want to eat.
But I think, at the end of the day, the first thing for me about eating or choosing healthier options is not so much about the hamburgers, okay, it does have sugar there. It's about cutting your sugar drastically. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And that's why this is something that I would go to, because I like to snack. I like my sweet stuff. How I love my desserts.
Yeah,
So this
yeah.
is something that's an option, because you're actually having the natural sugars, this natural sweetness of whatever ingredients you're already using. So that is one thing my goal would be, just to reduce sugar.
At the end of the day, everything in moderation.
So being a nutritionist won't be down your pipe now. I think you should just focus on this first lah. I think you got too much on your plate already.
I think so lah. Mau kemas rumah lagi.
Ya kan? What are your Chinese New Year plans, man?
No plans. Plans is to stay home, people. Stay home.
Oh, okay lah. Just with the family lah, the fam bam.
Yes.
All right, rapid fire question time. Miss
Okay.
Ida Ghazali, are you ready?
Yep.
UK or Malaysia?
Malaysia.
Favorite dish to cook?
Apple pie.
Hey! Cardio or weights?
Weights.
Yeah. You're quite hardcore on that. It's scary when I see you like, agak berat.
Best.
What is the last book that you've read?
Perfect Gentleman.
You just had to plug that in lah, kan?
Of course, my husband.
But then your husband put that book long time ago. That means since then you've never read another book, is it?
No, you boleh leave it for a couple years. Baca balik.
Baca balik.
Oh,
Nampak
I
tu.
see.
Dedikasi. Bini move. Sangat dedikasi.
Dia rasa pun lain lepas tu. Sedap lagi.
Alright.
Ya, Jo.
Ya Allah. Instant noodles. Yay or nay?
Nay.
Strength. What are your strengths? What is one of your strengths and what is one of your weakness that you know of?
My strength would be I am stubborn. And my weakness is my stubbornness too.
I agree on that. It's a good and bad thing.
Bad thing, yeah.
Because being stubborn means you can push through all these challenges hurled at you.
Yeah.
But kadang-kadang like dah lah.
Exactly.
Cukup lah.
Leave it.
Jazz or rock and roll?
Jazz.
Durians or apple?
Durian.
Planks or squats?
Squat.
Serious? Dude, come on. They're painful way. How long have you squatted? What's the maximum you've gone?
I don't think I don't know. Held a squat, I don't know. I've done lots of squats within a couple hundred maybe in a minute or something, I don't know.
You know how we women and men, I won't genderize it. Is there such a word? But you know, like for me, I'm always trying to tone up, of course, the tummy, as well as my thighs. Where's your area of concern?
Sama lah, women, no?
Ya ke?
It's the
Semua
bottom
sama.
half usually. Yeah, it's usually the bottom half.
What can we do
That's hard.
to do it to help? Is it all nutrition, or what can be done?
I mean,
Suddenly I
there's
lari
so
from
many-
the rapid questions.
There's so many factors as well, right? Unfortunately, age has got something to do with it as well, right? And unfortunately, as I am discovering it, although you're 25 and I'm just 30,
Nonsense.
do not laugh, Joe. I can hear you sniggering. Yeah, so I mean, there's so many factors, but I think you know what, just keep pressing on, lah. I mean, there's so many workouts and exercises out there. You know, as long as you keep doing it, you're fine. And obviously, nutrition, yes. I mean, that's like 70% of, you know, the whole equation.
And we just have to do what we have to do then.
Exactly.
If that's what your goal is, you just have to commit to it, right?
Exactly.
What is your thoughts on people who say like, ada je alasan. Tak boleh ni lah, tak boleh exercise lah, tak ada gym, ni lah. I can't find the right
I think-
trainer.
Yeah, that's just you telling yourself to get out of something is what you're doing.
Itu just pemalas. Let's put it this way.
God, I mean, because you're making excuses for yourself. Because there's really no reason why you can't work out. Honestly, you don't have weights, it's okay. You can use your botol persil or whatever to use as weights.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so and you can use your body weight is enough to have a.
You have a husband, you can have sex.
Ya Allah. Frankie
Betul
says
juga,
to
Joy.
you, Frankie, I think is the same as dengan I'm sure you know Frankie Tas.
Yes, I do.
Kenal kan?
I do.
Hi Ida darling, I suka your energy bar. And she's also very
thank you.
pedantic with her cooking. My God, that woman.
Yes, that's true.
Sorry, I sort of swayed from the rapid fire questions because I wanted to ask you about some of your thoughts on exercise and such. Favorite person in the world?
My dad.
Yeah, Uncle's cool.
Your daddy's
I know.
girl lah.
Oh, she's
I
definitely
am.
daddy's girl.
Oh my God.
I am the baby. Okay, I am the
Definitely.
baby. No matter what, I'm still the baby.
How old are your boys now? The eldest one?
20.
Shit, no way. The one in
Yes.
same sekolah as Belle? Dah, tak ada dah.
16. That one 16.
Man.
This year, last year.
My
I have
goodness.
a 20-year-old grown man.
Man, check you. Look at you lah. That why lah? Must be a fitness junkie like you. So you do work out at your balcony, right?
Yes, I do.
How many of your own energy bars do you eat in a day?
In a day.
Yeah, like or how many do you consume in a week? Okay, or in a day?
Okay, not in a day lah.
'Cause you
maybe
can cook lah
okay,
kan,
maybe
no?
every other, yeah. So maybe every other day or something like that. I would, you know, depends. If I'm really stressed, because I stress eat, then you know this is probably the best thing I can reach out for. I stress eat.
Aw. I cannot refute that lah because I do the same thing. Do you have any like final words for our followers or audience right now with regards to how they can purchase Eat for Good or whatever it is and why they should do this and tolong lah?
Yeah. The best place is please come and visit us on our website. That's eatforgood.net. You know, all the information is there. Purchasing the bars, you know, are from there would be great. And obviously, you know, by purchasing, you're not only doing yourselves a favor by eating, you know, a lot healthier, but you're also helping others, mainly the children who are malnourished right here in Malaysia. So, you know, I appreciate sort of the support and love. And we're always open for feedback. So if you've had the buzz and you think, this is not quite right, this is great, please send us a note. We'd love to hear from you. Before I end it, I want to say thank you to you and Joe for doing this and for always supporting all these causes.
Thank you for always sending me food. From apple pie to laksa to now energy bars, which I'm like walloping.
Absolutely, I'm happy to do it.
You've got like a lot of people commenting over my Facebook. We've got Noel, we know Noel. Noel's the whole reason why you're into fitness. I'm assuming again
Yes,
because you guys are
yes,
so
correct.
close, Noel and Kimberly.
Yeah, because I started with Daily Muscle. That's right.
And we've got an Imran Ahmad
Oh,
saying
we do.
she's
I
the
wonder who
best.
is.
Yeah, she's the best. I mean,
She's the
wah.
best.
Apa best you buat tadi
So yeah, you got a lot of wonderful comments all from your friends. I'm assuming because they seem to be, they're all like very familiar with you. Someone told me don't eat too much because otherwise and don't talk. I know it's very rude. My mother said do not talk with your mouth full, but it's just that's the thing. I cannot have food in front of me. Good food in front of me. So thank you so much, Ida. Thank you for joining us. And
I just
yes, okay. Since he's gonna talk, I can eat.
what's it?
Mana?
This right to education campaign. I think for me, out of all this is the one that I'm very. I mean, what I love what you're doing for this childcare lah. Because most of these kids, sometimes right now they need a basic thing like a computer, for example. Because everybody's at home, they can't go to school. So I mean, things like this, you're contributing to making sure kids have education. Also, for me, it's very dear to my heart. But this one actually is more for the stateless kids, right? So just giving them basic. But that's the thing. I mean, they're now out on the streets. They don't even have basic documentation and all that. I think education it becomes secondary. This stateless kids problem in Malaysia is really, I don't know. It's an endless rabbit hole.
It is, and I think since we still have Ida on the online, and I don't think I think she can spare us another 5-10 more minutes. But you also work closely with orphan care.
I do.
And one of the things that we try and encourage for the mom to do is at least present herself to get the baby to have a certificate. So that's something very important. How is orphan care? I mean, the last time we were there was also maybe a year or two. I can't remember when I was there personally, and then I've been working with them last year for Raya. How are they doing?
So I have to be honest, I haven't been as active as I have, I think, since many, many years ago. However, I stay close in touch with them and help them, whenever I can. They're, with these things, I sometimes it's wrong to say they're doing well, right? Because they're trying to sort of solve, a very difficult issue. So the whole sort of trying to get children adopted is still a big thing on their plate. So
babies they want to adopt babies, but they don't want to adopt older kids, right?
Exactly. So so babies, I mean, the list, even when I was very active with them, the list of couples that are interested in adopting, there were so many, so there weren't enough babies to basically give to adoptive parents. However, those are babies. There are still children in orphanages that don't have families, that require families, and they're trying to sort of still place these children with families. And so there's a lot of work that they're doing on that front as well, because as once children reach the age of 18, they basically need to move out of orphanages, and then they're on their own.
Oh my God!
And then there's so many issues around that when that happens, right?
But now with the lockdown and MCO, how can you just ask them to move out? Where are they going to go, right? And people who want to adopt also, all the SOPs and all that.
Correct. So, again, I don't have those details, but you're right. The whole pandemic does give a different sort of challenge, I think, to the issue. Yeah.
Oh, well. So we're going to be doing later on. Sorry, I'm just like feeling a bit down now after hearing all that, because the pandemic's really putting a damper. Last MCO I was still okay, but when they extended the second one, which is needed, by the way, I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I think we should have done it a bit longer.
Should have done it in September.
Yeah, but yeah.
But I mean, times like this, it is hard, I think. But if we look at it, from a certain perspective, I mean, unfortunately, there's so many other people who are struggling so much more worse.
Yeah.
in that sense. So as much as possible, we should try and do our best to kind of help, even if helping means staying at home.
Yes.
Amen to that.
Beautifully said.
Yeah.
You know, for me, there's that argument of okay, if we continue the lockdown, the economy will go back. But if there's no population because they are dead from the
Aiyo.
COVID-19,
Sorry lah,
what's the
my
use of
husband
our
very-
economy? I mean, I'm sorry.
Sangat ekstrim laki aku ni.
Yes, yes.
Begitulah
But
tu.
I get that point, Joe. True.
You know what? I'm feeling very generous because they say that it's since you're such in a what's this in the lieu of giving. I think I too want to do a giveaway here. So for viewers who are watching right now, if you are able, the first person. No, I think I'll do a random. 2 questions. I've decided to do this like randomly. Okay. What are the 3 flavors of Eat for Good that they have currently right now? Okay, that's the first question. And the second question is, what was Ida Ghazali's last book read? Which was the last book that she's read? She mentioned it earlier on during the rapid fire questions, and
And
has
it wasn't
answered.
Penthouse.
So yes, do answer, and you'll win yourself a hamper from Eat for Good. All right. So once again, Ida, what are you going to be doing later on again? Now dah
What am I
3:45.
going to?
Sorry, terlebih 15 minit.
Tak tahu lah, mungkin kemas rumah kot. Boring kan?
But
Because I
your
worked
house,
out already. I worked out in the morning, so
Yes.
my workout's done.
but your
But
house
the
is
thing
like immaculate. Like you don't need to clean up
No,
anymore.
it's all this dust. I'm like you.
Faham. Okay, then saya
It's all
faham.
this- Yes,
Faham.
thank you.
Faham. All right then. I hope my Norwex cloths are serving you good.
It is. Yes.
How's
And
it
the
so far?
stone
Okay.
line pants. It's good so far.
Oh my God, the
yes.
stone line kan, the bomb, right?
I
Crazy
know.
man, crazy.
I
Bila
love it.
stone line tu nak akan berasap dengan laksa Johor,
Ya
yeah.
Allah.
Sempat lagi tu, Jo.
Yes, the best laksa Johor in the world
Oh
is
my
from Ida Ghazali.
God. Really?
You
Now
look really
it's-
nice.
I want my
You look
mom-
really good, Ida. I must say, you look really,
Aw.
really good. I mean, you've always been beautiful, but I don't know. Your this new workout regime. I don't know. But you've been working out like for a very long time. Someone actually commented.
Well,
you get
Ida is
to
only
cruise.
like 25 years old.
Oh, sorry. No,
Ah,
she's
Jo.
30. I'm
You just
25.
earned an apple. Yes, you just earned an apple pie.
Alright.
Nampak tu? Dia nak sangat.
Nak tak kan?
Okay, Lida, I won't take too much of your time. I told you that this was going to be just half an hour, and here I've dragged it to 15, only because I miss you so much.
I know.
And I'll try and put a snippet of this onto my IG feed and put some more information. Okay, so again, if you would like to find out more, go to their website at eatforgood.com, right?
Net.
Ida? .net. And they are also over, what else? Instagram?
Instagram and Facebook.
There you go. So all the information is there, and I'm really, really proud of what you and your team has done. It tastes good, and it's something that I would probably have in my handbag for, because I have like low blood. So every time if my sugar levels are down, then I just need something to snack on. And bagus lagi saya snack on macam ni. Tengok sudah habis. You know, right? I think this is my favorite.
By the way, we
Nice.
got the answer already from Indra J, I think.
Indra J.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
wait.
fast.
She said perfect gentleman,
Okay.
perfect jantan man.
I know,
and
but
then-
did she say all the? Okay, I'm not. Let's just cover up dulu.
Oh, Lee E says not for you dating berdekat-berdekat perfect. So she must answer all the
Oh,
questions.
Wang Yile.
Yes.
Wang Gila.
The gentleman dating Jack kasih cocoa and nuts for
No,
you.
Lee E first and answer dulu.
Or Lee, 3
Yes.
flavors. Okay, so it's Lee
Lee.
E.
Lei.
Lee E. Kawan you ke?
Bukan.
Okay, kalau bukan kawan you then fair. Kalau kawan you must tell no. Okay. So Lei, I will get in touch with you over my Facebook to get you the details, and then I'll get the team to send the goodies over. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Ida. I love you. Take care.
Thank
Send my
you,
love to Imran
love
and
you,
the kids, and you just
do
stay
hug the
safe.
baby.
Yes, going for choy, going for choy.
And Kong Hei Fa Choi.
Thank you, Joe.
Bye.
Bye.